Good afternoon, guys. Afternoon. It's 16:03 at the moment. I'd like to greet everybody, all our YouTube streamers, and the guys that will be joining us later. Thanks so much for joining me, Ashley Reed here. Couple of announcements, guys. We're going to get started in terms of notes there. Remember, FSP, we got license FSP there, 45262. And we also a licensed over-the-counter derivatives provider. I'm a registered rep under supervision that authorizes me to give some advice. And that is something that happens all the time. I'm just allowing some of the guys to get online with us. All right. So just bear with me. I'd like to greet you all in that same breath. Petro, good to see you again. Fani, good to meet you at the sin. Robert, you there? Patlofanolo, there we go. Pete, Clint, Gabriel, Matlatsi. Jacob, Herman, good to see you. All right. Everybody's good. No camera, no problem. Cutoff time. That means that you will no longer be allowed to process a withdrawal there. All right, Anna Marie. So Mondays to Fridays, that's 1,500 hours. That's the cutoff. Anything else outside of that will only be processed the next day. And then on Saturdays at 9 a.m. All right. Everybody okay? Everybody good? And then here's the phases, guys. I always say to you, I do not neglect these phases at all. I'll be saying them till thy kingdom come because they are important for anything that you are trading. All right. Whether you are trading stocks, whether you're tracking commodities, whether you are doing indices, it doesn't matter. These phases are relevant, and you create your approach around these specific phases here. All right, everybody, I hope everybody's with that. I've been mentioning it for some time now, and I'm going to continue to do that. Can everybody see me clearly? Can you hear me clearly? Let me just make sure that's happening. Remember, this is a recap. Ash, what is the recap for? It's for us to track back and see what has happened since we last met, and that was this morning at 9:30. I want to see what has happened, if there's been any movement. If there has been movement, obviously we want to get into that. Okay, so and if there's an opportunity and there's a trade available, we're going to do some risk and reward and see what's happening. All right, so I'm just making sure. Is it only, it's Clinton that answered there? Cheryl, Fani, the bone collector. So it's all right. And what about everyone else? We about 27 on the recap here. What about Boy to Mello? What about Dumisani? What about Googs, Herbie? All right, I'm gonna call some names. I want to make sure everybody's with me here. All right, Mikhail, good, I see it. What about the rest of the guys? Herbert, good to see you there. I'm waiting for your response. I'm gonna put you on the spot. Notula, you fine there. John is fine. All right, Pete is fine. Okay, Shera, what about you? Shera, I don't see a response here. All right, there. Okay, all right, there. I see your thumb. Okay, I know I'm calling out names. You know me, Shera. I call out names. All right, let's push on now. Let's go see what's happening. It's 6:06. We are on time. Besejo, good afternoon. Misani is cool there. All right, so this dollar, guys, very interesting. Gabriel, thank you very much. Can everybody see my screen? Please let me know. I'm busy sharing it. Sometimes it takes a couple of seconds for it to go through, but just let me know if it has, and then I know I can push forward. All right, so here we go. I'm sure you are able to see it now. Beautiful. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This dollar here as from a daily premise. I'm going to put on an hour. And I want you to see what has happened here. All right, just give it a sec. This baby will light up here. There we go. All right, so we pushed to the downside as we've mentioned this morning. All right, look at this. We pushed to the downside. That was yesterday. But nothing has actually happened today. We've been accumulating for most of the day today. And we did, go down to that low there, but we did not manage to do anything after that. This is very dangerous because this now puts people in a position to say, but it's found support. But to be very honest with you, this doesn't prove anything. All right, this doesn't prove anything. This just means it's been accumulating. So if you make a decision based on this accumulation, you can get yourself into groot moeilikheid there. I hope I said that right. Hot water. All right, guys. Hot water. I wish I could say it in Zulu and Sotho. I keep saying to the guys they should translate for me quickly when I say it. And V, you one of them. I don't know why you aren't even saying anything there. You should have typed it long ago. I'm putting you on the spot. You weren't here this morning. I'm putting you on the spot. All right. So we're not gonna do anything here. We wait for it. We want to see what happens. You guys know I'll be with you again tomorrow. So another day, we're going to see how that data performs, right? Uzemanzini Asheseo. Just put the English there in bracket with, because I told the guys, all right, this morning, I might be saying the wrong thing on, and saying it to the world, and then I get hate mail or hate speech or whatever coming through to my email address because I was saying the wrong thing. So we just put it in brackets there. You see a hot washer. You see what I mean? Hot washer. Is it water? Oh, okay, all right. Okay. Now I'm with you. Dumisani, be very careful, my friend. All right, so guys, can we conclude your on the loss of mate? We want to see how this closes. Will it close beneath the 105, or we're gonna push back up to the 107, not the 108, okay? The 107. We're gonna have to have a look. Right. That's Zulu man, by the way, there, Shira. All right, so here's the Nazi. Ooh, this is nice and bright. Can you guys see it? Clint, it's bright, eh? Whoa, man, it just lit up there, yeah? All right, so here we go. NASDAQ, ladies and gentlemen, risky trade this morning. Mr. H, where are you? Whoever went in for the long here, we said, be careful. This was a risky trade. If you got in, stopped out. And Shira, I hope we didn't go in with 20 standard lots. I hope you kept the risk minimum, all right? Remember, whenever I speak to you about risky trades, make sure your risk is low. Make sure your risk is low. If you're doing trades like this that I mentioned this morning, make sure it's low. Do not put in 20 standard lots or 10 standard lots. It's a groot moeilikheid. Hot water. All right. All right, guys, let's just give Pietro a round of applause there because I feel that still deserves a round, all right, for being brave there. All right, Pietro, we'll give you a round there. You went in for it. Yeah, we'll let them okay. Yeah, Fanny, on say it maar so, jong. On say it maar so. Ons gaan dit nie op 'n ander manier sê nie. So well done, well done. If you made a little bit on that, if you did make something, which if you got in where we actually checked it about. And this is what I told Gerard this morning as well. This is too risky. At this point, and you guys can go back to the YouTube session. I said to you guys, I would leave this alone. Just before we ended off, I said, guys, I'd leave this one alone. S&P 500, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. It's retreating. It's retreating. Let's just leave this one alone altogether the same, all right? Dow Jones, a bit of exhaustion, but it's not done anything that is worthy enough for us to start looking for a position here. Let's wait it out, all right? And there was a comment I made this morning with the NASDAQ. I said, for it to go back to the same high again of the previous day is highly unlikely. Are we together? So this is very risky. Let's leave the indices. Let's see how they close tonight, all right? Yeah, very, very, extremely quiet, yeah? Very quiet, Clint. I agree with you, eh? And look at Brent. Look at Brent here, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Now, remember, there was a possible long this morning. Remember, there was a possible long, and we said, we concluded, we said, guys, let us rather wait with this, okay? Because the support area here, you can see price is very close to the support. And so we want to see what happens here before we do anything, all right? The same with WTI, the same thing. You guys know that they correlate together. So we do not want to get into this when it's looking like that. Teresa, good to see you. Mpo, good to see you. Didn't see you this morning. Teresa, were you out looking at some of those samples there, those gene samples, yeah? So we leave this one alone and we move on. All right, Cheryl says, very thankful. I can give you a peace sign for that because it's true. We're thankful we didn't get in there, as well as gold. Where's Mr. H? We did not get in here. Oh, you did? Wow, that's powerful, man. Was it insightful? Did you see the flip there? Beautiful. All right. Mr. H, we did not get into this at all. And we are okay with that. Remember, guys, we don't suffer from FOMO in here, fear of missing out. We don't suffer from that virus. Are we together? It's a disease. We need, hopefully, or what we wish is we could have had some form of formula for the guys to buy that just erodes that FOMO virus away. Are we together? But the unfortunate part is greed is something else for people out there, but we don't suffer from that in here. And Mr. H, I'm very happy. I can see you online there. We did not get into any long here. We wait it out. We see how it closes. Is everybody clear with that? Remember, this is the recap. We're looking at what we have seen this morning, and we're seeing if there's been any movement. If there's no movement, there's no movement. We don't force anything. All right, everybody. Force is a crime. It does not only relate to that other deed, but it also relates to trading. You can get yourself into big trouble. I'm not going to say it the way Fani would say it, because he said it's a wolf letter car. So I'm not going to say it like that. I'll just say it's a lot of nonsense. Let's move. USD JPY. Oh, I'm so happy we didn't do anything here. I'm so happy we did not do anything here. We said there's accumulation. Are we together? And we are not interested to do anything if there's accumulation. I can also say this to you guys if we do go to our economic calendar. Remember, guys, you can use many sites. I'm only using this specifically because we're used to it. All right, there's the GMT +2. Don't forget it. It's 16:15. That's South African time. Are we together? You can see that from Wednesday, we had some good figures there with the US in terms of the retail sales. Are we together? We're having some forward thoughts there from Governor Bailey. That's the GBP and inflation report hearings. This obviously then is important for us because if they increase their interest rates, it gives us some form of standpoint on how the West does. Remember, guys, when the EU does it, when the UK does it, it gives us a prediction on what the US would also do, because remember, they are working together in a very strange way. All right. So at this point in time, we wait. We're not going to do anything crazy. Can I just show it to you? I don't think you guys saw it. Apologies. Apologies. Can you see it now? Can you see that? All right. So we will be watching it very closely. Please make a note of this. Watch the charts around 7 p.m. tonight. Please make a note of that. Watch the charts around 7 p.m. tonight, between 7 and 7:30. That's p.m. Okay, just watch the charts. Look if there's any crazy movement. Are we together? Because remember, the U.S. markets open at 4:30, and sometimes it takes a bit of time for the price to push. All right. Let's go back to the MT5. GBP USD is next. And we're also not touching this one yet. We have not done anything today. This is today's movement. Let me just highlight it for you. This is today's movement. That's it. That's today's movement. So there's nothing for us to do here. Does it make sense, everybody? By now, you guys know how I do operate. I don't waste my time on something that you see is clearly not moving. We move on. If there's another place somewhere, we will get in there, right, Zulu man? Euro USD, nothing there. 1.04216. This is today's movement. There's nothing for us here. All right. Got indecision. Yes. And you know what? It would be great. That's why I want to teach my boy trading at a young age there, Clint, because when he gets older, he won't waste his time on a partner that he knows is not working. All right. So you'll know when to just quit and say, there's nothing here for me. I'm moving on now. Instead of wasting, 15 years of his life. Are we together? So hopefully the little bugger gets it and he applies it, I'll just be there to wring his neck if it doesn't, Check all the mums, the concerned mums. You know, if my wife was here, she'd be looking at me with a different kind of eye, you know. I pray she doesn't look at the YouTube session, you know. All right, NZD USD. We also leave this one alone, ladies and gentlemen. It is resisting at this point. However, look at the wick. Look at the wick. That is a problem. So we have indecision, and I like Clinton's remark there early on. Indecision at this point in time. The wick is standing out like a sore thumb. So we want the daily frame to show us some flames here. We want momentum. When you see it looking like that on the shorter time frames, wait for the momentum time frames. All right. Remember, guys, the crux of what I'm trying to get across to you guys is this. Leave the guys with the strategies. Leave them if they're charging 10,000 Rand, 15,000, 20, and I cannot stress this enough. Leave them alone. Are we together? Because remember, what's very important about this, and you know, it's me being brutally honest. You're going to pay 20 grand for a strategy. I've paid 25,000 Rand for a 3-day course. Are we together? 3-day course. This was in my second year of trading. 25,000 Rand for a 3-day course. I still have not learned anything from that. The only thing I learned from that was what not to do. That's the only thing I learned from that. All right. And it cost me 25K. So the biggest challenge is you pay that kind of money. Are we together? You pay that money, and then you don't get all of the stuff, and then you need to keep paying some more and more and more. Now, this is how some people make their money. God bless them. That's their way. But you are in this session right now. Are we together? We're here now. That's the past. You are here now. So I'm saying to you from a premise of advice, guys, focus on the price action. You will create your own strategy over time. Don't rush the process. Are we together? Don't let greed come in through the cracks and say, I'm seeing this guy make 15,000 Rand, in one go. And, and so I also want to do that. Does it make sense? Mark, I'll get to it now. I'm seeing something come up by Mark there. I'll check it out now. I'll probably shout as well. I hope it's something nice to read. I'll go in now. But is everybody clear there? Is everybody clear? All right. I'm just gonna go over that one. I'm just going straight to AUD USD. You guys know, when I read something nice, the way Mark is putting it, I just switch. I just go to the next security. Then Mark knows. So just give me a Mark. Can you see I'm trying, man? I don't know how. I'm trying. AUD USD. We're leaving this one alone, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we are leaving this one alone. You can clearly see from a shorter time frame perspective. Just give it a second or two. We are rejecting at this point, and once again, that wick is standing out. So we wait for the daily frame to give us the momentum. That's price action. That is not strategy. All right, everybody. And you know what, Teresa, I'm speaking for my own sessions. All right. Obsessed with price action. It's not a strategy. It is the structure and the movement of the price. That's it. You can create your own, but you got to understand that structure. You got to know how it moves. All right. So at this point, all right, it is resisting. And so the price action is telling us there's resistance. So why would we get into it? Is everybody with me? TikTok could work. The guy upon the right in this expensive habit. I need to feed here. Is it expensive? Mark, please elaborate why this is a habit. You have to elaborate. You're using the words. So you have to, is it not an investment? All right. USD Swiss franc, whilst we wait for Mark's elaboration there, we said we're not doing anything here yet either. 0.93784. All right, thank goodness we did not get in. No FOMO here. We wait. There's nothing wrong with waiting. All right, everybody, nothing wrong with waiting. USD CAD. Now, this is a very interesting one here. I want you please to note this down. 1.33182. 1.33182. Now, what's very interesting about this is that we could see it push up just a little bit first before we come down. All right, the daily frame is not closed beneath there. You can see it. So the momentum is not 100% down yet. Because if you go to the other time frames, look at this. 8-hour knot. There's one 6-hour candle there. If the 8-hour closed, all right, or sorry, if it did not close there, then there shouldn't be a 4-hour. Okay, but there is. Apologies. Normally, well, it isn't. 3-hour. Let's see if there's any there. Yes, one. Let's go to the 2. There's one here, and the 1 hour. Let's see, only one candle beneath here. That's for today. So please be careful, guys. This also looks like some people would call this a double bottom. Are we together? They would call this a double bottom. There's the neckline. That's what I'm saying to you. Let's stay put because the daily frame still seems to be rejecting. And I want you then to track it to 1.33182. Just track it there for me. We'll check it out in the morning again. All right. Expensive habits isn't similar to a okay, that word there. Okay, I'd probably take it out there, Shira. Addictive. They hit first sometimes. Okay, well, look, I'll give you a tick for that. I will, if I was marking a paper. I'll give you that, I'll give you a tick. All right, so it can become expensive. But remember, on the flip side, it's also relative because it's expensive to some people that, like you say, dive in at first. But then to other guys, it's not that expensive because they take their time. Do you see that? Yeah, Clint, thank you, Clint. Shira, did you see that? There's the tick right there. So we wait with this as well, guys. Nothing here. Fani, we already had our TP here on Zvach. This is done. All right. I just wanted to deal with that FTSE there. We are done. But watch the pound now, because remember, FTSE and the pound together is a very good combination. Everybody clear there? Everybody clear with that FTSE pound? Good combination. Good combination. All right. Let's check out Netflix, guys. I told you guys that I am still for this long. I've been for this long since the support here. And you can see I've got the 387 in place. I've not taken this chart down once because I've been tracking it for some time now. All right. So 387, I still see Netflix going till that specific price. You can see that that green area, it was the halfway mark for us. All right. Absolutely, Shira. I see no issue with you actually getting in here. It did push down to the area that I suggested we would go to as a retracement. It was a couple of points away from it, or at least a few cents, maybe $1 away from it. And then it found the support. And we've now successfully pushed above the 299 area. Can you see it? Yesterday we closed above, and today, if we do get a close, remember it's only 425. All right, so at 430, this will then open up, and we'll see how the price opens. But remember, from 310 to 387 is still a very, very nice movement up. You just got to buy enough shares. All right, you just got to buy enough shares. I can also do this for you if you'd like to maybe get out earlier. If you'd like to get out earlier, if that's the case, then you can look at 343, sorry. Look at 343 for you to get out earlier if you'd like. All right. Shira, it looks like you are typing something smart there. I'm just seeing a smile on your face. I just saw a smile on Shira's face, and I'm like, there must be something coming. It is. All right. Is everybody clear with the Netflix here, guys? All right, from 310 to 387, your midway mark 343. All right, there's my zone. Can I just quickly give everybody 14 seconds there, and then you let me know so that I can move on. That is Netflix. All right, and then I'm gonna go to the other pairs now. All right, I'll go to the other pairs now. Let's just go to Apple here real quick. Let's look at Apple, but I'm going to take this off. And let's start fresh. That's at 171. We have found support. Hold on, we found support. Yep, we found support. Guys, I'm analyzing the stocks a little bit different here. I'm using bigger movements. I'm using bigger movements here because stocks you tend to hold. All right, I'm not using zones that are very close together. I'm using zones that are further apart because the share over time can produce phenomenal results. All right, that's why equity still today, from a long-term perspective, still produces a lot of investments. All right, hold on for me. 153, but between 153, there's a midway mark here. 162. Is this for Apple? Is that what you're asking, Shira? Okay, so remember, it's going to depend on if you're going for the first zone or for the second zone. Remember the risk and reward. If you're going to take it up from 150 as an example to 160, that's $10, right? Are we together? And so then half of that, all right, would then give you that risk and reward ratio there of 1 to 2, all right, which is $5. You can also use the calculator. Remember, it is programmed to give you the 1 to 2. I just want to finish up with the Apple quickly. Just hold on for me 1 sec. 162 is the midway mark. Let me just do this. Midway mark there, 162. And let me just ask, is anyone interested in the Apple? If you are, we need a daily frame above 153. Please write that down, all right? Write that down for me, Shira. Daily frame above 153. 153, all right? Daily frame above 153.76. Then we look for an entry. At this point in time, we are in the buy zone, but we don't have an entry yet. And you can see it's 4:30. It has opened up. Let's quickly look where Netflix is. Guys, what's important about this, what I really like about this is that we're opening up a bit lower, which is great. But also look at the gap here. So just wait on that Shira before you get in, okay? Just wait on that. Let's just see how it performs first, okay? If you get in now, and price continues to go down, close the gap there, it might be problematic. So let's just wait on it. All right, let's just do a bit of movement there before we jump in, okay? Yes, at the exact, absolutely, absolutely. Or if we do push up higher and we close higher, then that could also work, okay? You with me? There's a buy 150. TP 155. Okay, so I'm in agreement with that. All right, so okay, so Clint, so okay, so I'm in agreement with that. I see the buy up. Okay, Clint, I see it. And the only thing is, remember, this is still a lower high here. This is still all lower highs. So we want this area to be violated and then we push. But I agree that we can see some upside here, especially if the dollar keeps on weakening and we see the NASDAQ go up and we see the S&P go up, then this obviously then correlates with that, which makes it great for us. Okay, so let's just wait for that 153 and then we push into that one. Okay, so that's Netflix, that's Apple, that's both buys. That's both buys. All right. Let me just confirm with the Netflix. We're waiting to see what's happening here. So don't get in yet. Let's first see how it performs. Remember at 7 p.m. I said to you check the markets as well. All right. We'll go check out BA now. So at 7 p.m. go back to Netflix and look how it performs. Everybody clear with that, guys? It's between 7 and 7:30. That's p.m. Check it out and see how it performs. Let's quickly do AUD Swiss franc. Then we're going to go to BA. Then we'll go to BA. Hold on. Daily frame. Where is share? Cheryl, look at this. Aren't we just happy we didn't get into AUD Swiss franc yet? Yeah. Look at this. Aren't we happy? We did not get into this. if we got into the short here, which remember I said to you, it would make sense, yeah, if it goes beneath that area, but look how it was respected. Look how it was respected. And guys, this is the kind of level that you're looking for, right, Teresa? You want it to be respected. I mean, if you look at every sample that you take, it's me again and the science there, Teresa. All right. Every sample, according to the criteria that you put in, you want it to be respected so you can get accurate results. The same thing happens here. You want levels to be respected because if it is respected, then you have a better indication and probability on direction. So we wait with this one here. There's nothing that we do for now. All right. Let's go to BA. It's Boeing, ladies and gentlemen. It's a US stock. Let's go and see. Clint, was this a short? Was it a short or a long? A short. Okay, let's quickly have a look at this. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Guys, I love starting charts, as you can see, from scratch. Because when you do start from scratch, you give everybody a different perspective. All right. So this area here is important. 183. And as you can see at this point, we're thrusting up towards 183 so far. Can you see that? So that's already point number one. I'm going to drop down now. I've dropped down. Look where's 183. We're currently at 173. That's $10 away. Can you guys see that? It's $10 away, right? But now what's going to be critical is for us to know the following. Can you see this area here? This candle here? We at that wick there, at the high there. This is very dangerous. All right? Because if you short it now and price moves down, I want you to quickly notice what I'm going to show you. Yes, number one, it can bounce. Yes. But I want you to look at my blocks. Can you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Can you see it? That's way below. So the next area is there. Can you see it? That block there to 160. Where did you want to short it to though? To 160. What was the TP? Let's quickly get that. And then we know. Because if you're trying to go lower than that, then obviously it's going to be a bit of a challenge. All right. So just quickly give me that and then to 160. Is that the TP? Say 166, guys. To be very honest with you, 166. 166. If I go down, otherwise, if we go below 166, then we have to travel all the way down here, 152. If we're going to go below 166, all right, 149, jeez, man, that is very far down. Do you see that? That's very far. All right. So before we even get to 140, we have to break the 160 mark. Do you see that? So 166 must first be violated. If we violate the 166, so from there to there is great, 171 to 166, right? So there we come down. If we break the 160 mark, then we consider moving down further. Can you see to about 150? Right there. Do you see that? So let's see how it performs here before jumping in, because this thing can bounce. This thing can bounce, and you can see this. Look at this. Watch. Hold on. Let me show you this. Yeah, man. Cheryl. Hold on, guys. I want to get a shorter time frame. This is not working out. I spoke to you guys about these rising wedges, and I spoke to you about falling wedges. Be very careful with this. This is a falling wedge. All right, it's a falling wedge. And that means we're looking for a possible bounce to the upside. Are we together? So we can come up and bounce. So just be careful with this. Everybody with me here, guys? Be very careful with this. Can we reach this zone? Can you see where that apex is? So the apex stretches to 166. Can you see that? Which is cool. That's cool. All right. But we could bounce up earlier as well. So just be careful with this. Just be careful with the BA. All right. From a daily perspective, we want to see what happens. All right. Cheryl, see you. Enjoy. See you tomorrow. Can I move on? Go to the ones we had this morning as well. There was JPY. Oh, so happy we didn't get in here. Look at this. So happy we did not get in here, guys. We're going to look at Tesla as well now. We'll check that one out now. So happy we didn't get in here yet. Let's wait and see how this one closes. AUD CAD. We want to break past 8991. They call this maybe you guys can help me better. It's called a demon wall. You got to go through the demon wall with the plane for you to get that lift there. We need to go past this demon wall here. And that is at 8991. So if a daily candle closes, above there, this might be a nice trade for us tomorrow. Let's just wait and see. And that's about 79 pips. Guys, just write this down for me. If it breaks 0.899, 0.89910, 0.89910. I mentioned this morning here. The Aussie's been pretty strong. That was this morning. It was actually correlating with the AUD USD. I still see the strength of the Aussie. We're going to see how it closes today, but this could be a trade for tomorrow. We just need to wait and see how the momentum closes today. All right. Then we have, let's go to Tesla. So Tesla, there seems to be a short here, and it is to 180. Very interesting. Very interesting. 177 around here. Yeah, look, 188, 182. The only challenge I have with this one, guys, can you guys see this here? Resistance. Can you see this resistance here? Ooh, okay. Okay. So resistance, cycle 1, cycle 2. Can you guys see this? Let me show you again. This was a resistance here. Can you see the resistance there? Then it broke out, cycle 1, right? All right, cycle 1. Did a retracement. Then we went up, cycle 2. That's a higher high now. All right, so the higher high, we're doing a retracement again. Now, this is the problem. This is the problem. If you shorted now, on the shorter time frames, there's 2 cycles here. All right, there's 2 cycles here already. So if you shorted now, I'm going to give you 2 examples or two scenarios. If we close beneath the 188, then I would understand why you're going for the 180. But on the shorter time frames here, Teresa, you can see it's 2 cycles up already. Netflix is moving up. Are we together? NASDAQ is retreating a little bit. All right. Dow Jones is retreating a little bit. Sorry, tongue twister there. All right. And so what makes this very tricky is the 188. If we close beneath the 188, That's a different story. But you can clearly see here that this produced a lot of buyers. Yes, it's rejected, but it does not mean we're going to reject all the way to the downside. Just always remember that. Just because it rejects there does not mean we're going all the way down. We need follow through for the downside as well. So beneath 188 will be a fantastic follow through moment. Is everybody clear there, guys? Everybody clear? Elon Musk is more focused on Twitter and X space. Listen, man, I saw a different article there, Clint, that he's working Monday to Sunday running all three of those companies. So, but also there was something, Tesla, apparently there was there was incidents where yeah, there was incidents with Tesla. Was there fatalities? I don't think was there 2 fatalities, right? I believe there was. And so that must also be managed now. Isn't that crazy, guys? So now that happens, that must also be managed. So the follow through there, 188 is what we're looking for. All right, 188. For now, we leave it alone. All right, guys. If you'd like to short it, guys, remember, I'm not against shorting anything, but it's my duty to flag it for you, to say, guys, in as much as there's a short, all right, let's look at the short more intently. Why would you short it that side? Does it make sense? Does it add up? Because we're not only looking at the technicals here, guys, we also have to merge in the fundamentals. And if you're looking at the technical, then provide a strong case for that. Is everybody with me? Provide a strong case. Marius Tesla recalled about 100 vehicles. Yes, so remember, if 2 explode, it's part of a batch. So they have to call that batch in. You see that? It's part of a batch of manufacturing, and then they have to call in that batch to see if there was any defaults in that specific batch, and could that be the reason? All right, everybody with me there? GBP yen. We did not go for the long here. Hey, what did I say to you guys about that symmetrical there? And we chatted about it. We said only above 166. So we used the symmetrical, we used the Fibonacci. We said, guys, all right, we went over the finish line. Yes, we are still in the buyer's zone. Yes, but we did not break above the 166. And it is this block here that we're looking at. That's the area. We are not getting in, and I'm happy we did not get in there. This does not mean that we are bearish all of a sudden. Do not be fooled by that. All right, don't be fooled by the candle. Is everybody with me? Don't be fooled by the candle. This can be rejected at 7 p.m. tonight, and then you got in for that short. Morgenochtend, 3 a.m. this, in the morning, I'm going to get lots of messages. Are we together? Is everybody with me? So we watch the candle, leave it, watch the daily instead. Where does the daily close? Is everybody clear? Where does the daily close? For now, we leave it alone. There's nothing for us to do there. All right, let's move on. V, your German 30. I thought I wanted to go back there. German 30, we analyzed it from this zone here. If it breaks below 132.6, we would look for a short to the downside. It has not broken at all. Look at this. It has not broken through there. We were going to go, we were going to go for a short. Below 132.6, you can see nothing. It has not gone beneath there. Therefore, there was no need for us to get in. For now, we wait. It's above all of these boxes here. It's above all of them. Is everybody with me? So there's nothing for us to do at this moment in time. We are currently at the zone here. Yep. And also, V, watch the NASDAQ, the German 30. I'm not sure if you've actually seen that. They correlate together sometimes very nicely. I hope you picked that up. All right, see you, Annie. It's Naomi, it's quick trade. Oh, you have? Beautiful, beautiful. It's quick trade. You just go to YouTube, type in quick trade, and then on videos, under videos, you'll see all these sessions. All right. I don't have a YouTube channel myself, or at least I don't think I do. I don't know. don't think so. No, I don't have one. Sometimes these things they pop up. I don't know if I do, eh? Maybe I have a account. I think I have an account, but not a channel per se. All right. Did you guys also get that one where you sometimes think you don't have it, but then it's there or something? Have you guys seen that before? All right. Hey, Alvin, we'll see in the future, man. We don't know. Anything can happen. Yes. German 30, you can also see here, rejection, 14219, rejection. And so we wait to pan this out. All right. German's there. Where's the French? I don't know. Sure, I don't know. I don't know. V, is it gray? We'll go check it out now. V has 2 subscribers. Yeah, I don't know. Clint, do you have subscribers there? Shira, do you have a channel there? Is it disabled? It could be the feed. Okay, we'll just check it out. Can you just pop me an email there as well there, Shira, an email or a text message there, Shira? We can just have a look at it, okay? All right. I run for some clients. What the YouTube? Awesome, getting that. Let's go to CAD CHF. Guys, CAD CHF, we want to wait for this. We want to wait for this one. It's at a support 70. All right, I saw Chira 802. That's why I'm laughing. All right, 70, 802. Let's wait and see how it performs here before we do anything there, guys. Very interesting one this afternoon. GBP CAD, the next one. We said we don't want to get in yet. There was a 1.581 to 1 here. And that's a rejection. Happy we didn't get in here, guys. All right. Very happy that we did not get in there. All right. 4x4, 28 subscribers. Aish! V, at least 28 there. Anyone else with some good numbers there? Tell us. Not that I do much. They don't know how to open it, so I know. I get bombarded with messages. Oh, so we just minusing one number there with V and with Clint. The competition is heating up with what? On YouTube or what? Guys, what's the subscribe? Anyone else with some subscribers there? Tell us. We got 2, we got 28. Anyone else? Let's see what the guys are going to come up with. Let's go to the next one, guys. Next one I want to look at here. And gas, this one, we said it's at this block at this moment in time. We've not pushed below yet, but it has been highlighted. It has been highlighted. We're waiting for this to make some more movement. There's nothing yet. Please take note. There's nothing yet there. Then I want to go to NZD CAD. That's the one. NZD CAD. To finish off with this, let's watch the daily here. 81951, and then we will talk again. All right. For now, anything can happen. It's only 451. Anything can happen. Let's go to Euro GBP. That's another one I wanted to check. I want to check the Euro GBP. Just give it a sec, guys, just to load. This is a very choppy one, guys. Let me use the daily because the monthly is taking too long to load. We are currently at the zone here. That's where we at. What's very important, let's see if the weekly takes long, hopefully not. We are playing in the middle of this low and this high here. You can see the thrust up. Speaking of momentum now, the zone here. That area really priced, really pushed up very nicely. Guys, can you see it's a bit flat? There's not much that's been happening since this morning. People will go there now. So from that zone there, we pushed up. Let me use a daily. No, let me use a daily. So that area there, we are also above the zone here. We're above this zone here as well. This area here. So can you see? Pushed up from there. We pushed up once more. There's obviously some buyers in here from an overall perspective, but we're accumulating at this point. Now, what's important about this area is that we've rejected at this zone here. Can you guys see this? So we are in between and we're accumulating. If we do dip down, we might be able to take it back to that zone there. I'm just waiting for a little bit more follow through. Can you guys see that? And then from this zone, that's 132 pips. That's 132 pips. And you can see the rejection taking place. So there could be a nice short here, but we got to wait for it to see how it all pans out. Is everybody clear with that? Let's go to the Euro USD. Absolutely, Mikhail, there's a lot of accumulation. Euro USD. Pete, what are you looking for here? Because, and the reason I'm asking is because if we look at the dollar, look at this. Look at the dollar. Guys, this could just be temporal. I said to you, please be careful with this. Please be very careful here. Very careful here. If you long and this thing comes down later, you're in trouble. All right. So the dollar seems to be pushing up a little bit, but that doesn't mean anything. It's rejecting. So you want to sell it. That's in favor of the dollar. Where do you want to sell it to? Remember, give me a TP so I can see what you're referring to. Give me a TP. I need to know where you want to sell it to. All right. I want to know where you are selling it to. Happening everywhere is interesting. Change of direction, not necessarily, right, Mikhail? 1.0210. Let me just type it in, it's better. This will be a short-term trade. The only problem I see here that block. So we would need to break below. Pit, I'll join you only if it breaks below 1.03. Then I would join you for the sell. That's a nice 100 pips. That's nice. Let's give Pete a round of applause. That's a very nice trade there. I would personally join you here, 1.03139. That's if we close beneath that area. All right, at this point, we're still above it. All right, we are still tracking above all three of these boxes here. Don't forget these boxes, guys. All right, these boxes are points of reference for where price reacted. And so that's price action. And you got to follow them so that you can get a grip on the movement. Okay. So can you see how a 4-hour candle beneath here becomes beautiful? That's a beautiful sell. Absolutely stunning. But we need that break first. Look at that. That would be beautiful. Just check this out. If this looked like this, just imagine this. Wouldn't that be stunning? And then you take it down to that zone, out 100 pips, done. You see that? Everybody clear? That's only if the dollar keeps on strengthening. So if you quickly go back to the dollar again, one last look. Look at that. This is a 1-hour chart. Look at the 4 hours. Yeah. Still indecisive. That week there's a problem. This week is a problem to the upside, to the downside. Just be careful when you are trading this dollar. Okay, be very careful when you are trading the dollar. Everybody clear? Yes, it can, Vedna. It's called a margin call. If you guys, maybe just to conclude this here, Vedna, if your free margin runs up and price runs against you and you have no stop losses in place, okay, well, a margin call can also hit you even if you have a stop loss. That's if the free margin is used up and you run into such a big negative, your margin percentage then goes down to 80%. That simply just means that your account now has reached a safety net. All right, that's another way that we articulated. Put another way, your positions are unhealthy. It's like if you have 10 positions in and 8 of them has gone against you, it means the health of your portfolio is not doing well. So what the system does is it gives you a margin call. It's like an injection, like the COVID virus. Injects you margin call and saves your account. That's a very extreme example, but you know me and the extreme example. So it saves your account so that you don't go to a zero balance. I can't tell you how many accounts I've blown over the years. I'm talking about the first 3 years of my trading journey. Praise God, I have not blown, accounts, for the past 5 years that we're together. And so my first 3 years, though, it was insane. And there's many brokers, they have different margin level percentages. Some are at 80%, others at 50%, others at no percent. You'll just wake up and your balance is 0.00. Are we together? So QT is 80%, yes. It's so competitive. It's absolutely competitive, all right? There's guys that have a 30%. All right, that just means this. Hold on for me. So let's say we put in a trade. This is for Vedna, right? Vedna. So let's quickly buy here. Just doing a test trade here real quick. So can you see this Vedna here? Can you see that margin level percentage there? Can you see this here? So if this one here, all right, look at this. If this reaches 80%, your trades get pulled. This trade will get pulled if it reaches 80%. So when it comes down, it means your positions aren't doing well. And the more it moves up, the better and more healthy your positions are. That's the concept behind it, if you want to make it simple. All right. So always make sure that percentage is kept up and it does not push to the 80%. All right. And you might just get a call from me if it goes to the 80%, Shira, or if you are 90%, I'll probably just, hey, you got to top up those funds, got to close some positions. Otherwise, you're going to get yourself into some trouble. All right. Everybody with me? These are the small little things. All right. Yes. Yes, Clint. If it reaches 120% there, all right, then your account will become red at the bottom. You'll see it turns red. That just simply means it's a margin call. Your margin is being called. It's like saying, hey, man, listen, your account it's getting to a place where it will be depleted. Be careful, top up or close positions to save it. That's basically what that is, okay? You don't really like to go below 800. Hey, Shira, I'm telling you, the moment it hits 300, you're right. When it hits 300, you should really consider, and that's why maybe if we can just close up with this, guys, because this is so important, right? You got to get technically skilled in such a way where your percentage doesn't need to go to those levels. Do you see that? So you got to become so skilled where you don't even stress about that. If you're still stressing about those kind of stuff, then obviously there's signs that maybe your technicals are not 100%. Do you see that? So if your technicals are on point, you're not going to overtrade. Your setups will be clear. There'll be quality trades there. So you won't be stressed about your margin level percentage unless you have quality setups and maybe you put in a little bit more money than what you should have, then obviously that will put you in a position where you're going to look at it. All right. Maybe you were very serious about your setup. Maybe you were very sure of, about your setup and you put in a little bit more. So that I understand. But most of the time, the guys that overtrade, they don't even know about that safety net, and they get margin calls, and then it's like, okay, my trade's closed. It is a good thing to have that thing in place. All right, everybody, it's such a good thing. Otherwise, 0.00 will be in your dreams. You'll definitely dream to those kind of stuff. Some guys, they get affected psychologically by losing. Eh? I'm telling you, the guys, they dream about the losses. They say, I just saw a minus, Ash. I just saw a minus, a big minus with the with 5 zeros, I just saw 5 digits there. Like, oh my word. All right, so just be careful. All right, everybody. And from me to you, remember, I will be with you tomorrow. Let's see how price closes. Let's see if there's any momentum that's driven later on in the evening. And remember, between 7 and 7:30, that's PM. Just watch the markets. Look at the Netflix. Look at the Apple. Look at the Boeing. Watch the NASDAQ. Watch the S&P, and watch the Dow Jones or the US 30 to see if there's any movement there. We kick back again tomorrow morning. We on the blaze, and we're going to make sure if there's any opportunities, we're going to push forward. All right, everybody, cool? From me to you, have a lekker evening. Enjoy your braaivleis if you're having some chisanyama. All right, enjoy load shedding. All right, and Shira, I'm very upset, man. I wish for you to be here. It would have been great. Yeah, you can give me some luck there. Yeah, with the beard. All right, Robert, you're welcome. All right, Sephora. Everybody, have a wonderful evening. Sherry, you're a leader anyway, so just go for it, good sir. Lesejo, see you. Googs, John, everybody. Noctula, Teresa, Herman, Pitt, everyone. Gabriel, have a lekker one. Sleep well, everybody. Drink a lot of water. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow.